everyone. I'm Kendria. I need you to go like, follow, and subscribe. Soul Productions.
What's up, everyone? And this is Next Level Thinking.
What's up, everyone? This is another episode of Next Level Thinking, where we always bring you inspired guests to help you take it to the next level, as well as inspirational stories. It's your guest, Chris Holmes, as always, and today I have a special guest by the name of
Rafael, Collado.
Awesome. So let's go ahead and start out with the ground and tell the audience just a little bit about yourself, so we can go from there.
Alright. Hi, everyone. Rafael Collado here. From Digital Lead Studios and Coolish Stuff. It's a podcast and YouTube channel.
Awesome.
And yeah, that's about it for right now.
Gotcha. So I'm going here and looking through your bio and much more, and I see a developer in, I guess, video games. Is that right?
Yeah, that's what I started transitioning into, because I originally started as a welder and a mechanic. So basically, street racing. Remember the Fast and the Furious era?
Mm-hmm.
When that was really kicking off, that's where I really cut my teeth on it. I thought, I'm going to do this industry forever. And as I'm getting older and popping out more kids, I'm like, yeah, not so much.
May have to change that up just a little bit.
Yeah. I'm tired of catching myself on fire, being greasy all the time. So I was like, you know what? I love video games. I like playing video games, and I'm like, hey, my end game is to basically, just transition from working at a shop to working more from home to start off with.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, stop catching myself on fire and being greasy and dirty all the time.
Gotcha. So, as you said earlier, you had inspiration of video games. I like video games myself. I'm big into games. But also, I've noticed now there's so many more opportunities in the gaming world than it was in the 1990s or 2000s. So tell the audience a little bit more about that, because I wish a lot of these opportunities were available when I was very heavy in games.
Oh yeah, I feel you. Because back in the day, the game that really got me into, I wasn't that big of a hardcore gamer. I don't know about you, but the game that got me into gaming like everybody else was Super Mario.
Oh, the classic.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, cool. But then later on, there was a game for PlayStation called Final Fantasy VII.
Oh man, hold on! I gotta stop you right there. Now it's funny you mentioned that, because that's one of my all-time favorites. So
yeah, it's right here. I think that's almost anybody that came around that era when PlayStation first came out. And I don't know if you remember seeing those graphics for the first time. You're like, yo.
Yeah, that was a thing. When we saw that on that game, we were like, man, these are the best graphics ever. No other game can compare to this. We all, you laugh because you know it's true. We were comparing to Super Nintendo 64. Man, look, Final Fantasy got the best graphic, the storyline. Y'all can't touch this. This is it right here.
Yeah, literally. And then now I show my daughters hey, look, this is what I used to play. They're like, oh, why does it look so graphic? Why are they so pointy? I'm like, why are you complaining?
And just imagine back in when they had the originals, Super Nintendo or NES, or what, I forgot the proper name for it, and their graphics are basically just cubes, and on top of that, a good chunk of time wasn't even in color.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. What game was it? Oh, a buddy of mine has one of those retro Nintendos, and it had Metroid in it.
Oh,
and
man.
Brought it over, we started playing, and they're like, why are you guys shooting that red dot around? I was like, no, it's a robot suit. What robot suit? It's a red dot. I'm like, okay, no. You guys need to walk away.
And then you had the popular sound of doot, doot, doot.
Oh, it's just died.
And nowadays, people are like, what the heck is that? It's the gun. Forget it. Just forget it.
Now, I think I'm getting epilepsy from watching her play my oldest kid. Was it Fortnite? I'm like, yo, what is happening? I gotta build the castle to shoot you to swing across. Why can't I just shoot the guy? Why do I need to build structures? All right, cool by me. And that's sort of the mindset of my old retro game.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what led me to decide to go in gaming. Because back in the day, like you were saying, it would take a team of 20 of us just to build one level. 20 people, about 3 to 6 months, to build one level of like Mega Man.
Oh, that's the time.
Because of the JavaScript and the coding that it took back then to get that done, that's the manpower you needed. But now, anybody, I literally mean anybody, thanks to technology and the internet, can go get a laptop or desktop PC and download these engines called Unity or Unreal, and go on YouTube and just watch tutorials, and boom, I swear to you, with like a couple of days or within a day, like myself, a prime example, I didn't know anything about how to build the game. I just know I like playing them. But I knew I wanted to tell a story. I wanted to, like, sort of, like, my end game with this is to just be a director and a developer and then let somebody else do the coding and designing. But everybody, if you don't know what you're doing in the new industry, you got to start from ground zero.
Right.
It's basically what I'm doing. I got to develop these skills so I can get the attention to draw in the people with the actual pro-level skills to help me build these games. But, yeah, back in the day till now, like, anyone can right now literally download Unity, go on YouTube, maybe watch 3 or 4 videos, and start building a game today. And no college needed whatsoever.
That right there kind of shocked me because even I didn't know that. I thought you still had to have a little bit of experience, and you telling me you can literally just download like an app or software and watch YouTube. Honestly, I feel like YouTube is the university among itself, to be funny, honest about it. And just rip and go.
Pretty much, they will start you from something so simple like one of the first videos I saw just to learn how to code, basically how to tell the pixels or the image on the screen what to do, like go up or down, left or right, was Pong. Remember Pong for Atari?
Oh yeah, just back to the sound effects, dude.
Exactly. The first video I watched was that, and the guy within literally 2 hours, and the video's only a 20-minute video, I built a Pong game. So I was like, oh, this is how you do it.
Yeah.
And it basically just walks you through it. It's like learning a new language, which that's what coding is. It's learning literally a new language just for the computers. And they take you from basically pre-K all the way to high school. And all you have to do is find the videos on YouTube.
I'm laughing about it because it's very true, because it's taking it back to the basic roots, because I'm not going to lie, if I try to attempt that, I'll be like, oh, what in the world is this? Like, if somebody asks me, oh, it's simple, Chris, that does not look simple. That look like a foreign language. Like, what the heck is it?
Once I started punching in code, I'm like, what is happening in it? Because it's so basic. Like, I don't know if you remember the old Macintosh computers. With
God.
Yeah. It's kind of like that. Like, you're like, yo, I'm in the Matrix. I don't know what's happening right now.
Except it's real life.
Yeah.
And then one wrong letter, and all of a sudden the screen goes black, and you're like, no.
One closing mark, or don't space out, or just forget to put the wrong flow to capitalize the wrong letter. All of a sudden, your character goes to jump and is off screen. Like, what just happened?
Like, I'm pretty sure he was supposed to jump over the object, not out the game.
Yeah, literally.
So
I'm like, what happened? And then you gotta go back, and you have like 17 lines of code to find out, oh yeah, I forgot to close this sentence. Damn it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, now I'm real unfamiliar with this, so I'm like a rookie in the game. So, I think, what's it, like esports or something like that it's like the professional league that's been getting more popular almost. I mean, I think it's getting to that level with other professional sports. Is that right?
Yeah, it already has. Since I live here in Atlanta, I was able to go and watch the actual tournament, the esports tournament down here at the Georgia Dome.
Oh, man.
And right now, from my understanding from ESPN, it's right on the tail end of the NBA viewership.
Oh, shit.
Right there, right under the NBA view. They're predicting by 2020 or 2021, it's going to be
bigger.
Esports, then basketball, and so on and so forth.
And you know what? I believe that too, because video games has such a broad audience and so big. I can see that. Like, you have kids literally probably at the age of 3 getting into it. From there to like God knows how. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably playing games, so I'm also about to kick the bucket. Yeah, but
we're gonna just be putting on the Google Glass or a little VR headset and just sitting on the couch like, Grandpa, what you doing? Be quiet, I'm trying to shoot some aliens on Mars.
They go like, Grandpa?
Trying to conquer Middle Earth. I was like, you're just sitting on the couch. Leave me alone.
We're gonna be the new version of Grandpa playing.
Right, Sonny, plug in. Grandpa's gonna show you what World War II was like.
Back in my day, we had the PlayStation 2. That's gonna be our words.
Oh man, they're gonna complain about holding the control. I can just see that. But can you smell the VR? This is how we did it back in my day. This is joystick.
But it's funny just how technology is just changed so much, and then I'm glad that you said that. Like, esports and much more is becoming a lot more popular. To compete with those leagues, like of course I'm imagining going even bigger as technology progresses. So how do you think people can get like I'm like a line completely lost on this. Like, how do people build up or have the opportunity to get onto esports? Is like going to like local community leagues and getting awareness? Do you have to build your brand on Instagram, on social media? Like, how does that go?
Sort of like that, but see, this is the reason. But I and my friends talk about why esport is going to be the #1 sport on the planet, because you don't have to be LeBron James, you don't have to be a Michael Jordan, you don't have to be a Tom Brady, like physically. Like, those guys are rare specimens. Anyone, me, you, my wife, my grandma, can pick up a controller, put on Super Smash Brothers, dedicate like a month to just mastering, like, I don't know, Yoshi or Luigi, and then be a beast at that one character. Go online and just go on to an online tournament. Go into the game forum and just start from there. Because that's one of the good things about this. These like stations like Steam, PlayStation, Marketplace, Xbox. They have those like leagues where you can just sign on and be like, hey, look, you win $50. Okay, but you might win $50 in your region. And then they'll just say, okay, hey, you won $50. Then there's one tournament. You want to go national? And then you just start from there. And just like, who is it? Like Ninja. Ninja started from literally like, hey, I'm just going online playing Call of Duty. That's it. And then someone decided to start a tournament. And that, EA saw that, and they're like, hey, whoever wins this gets $10K. And that's where he started from.
Oh, shit.
Nobody, nothing dude who's, like, he's not an athlete. Like, literally in the real world, turn off the system. No, he's not dunking on you, and he's definitely not running a 40. It's going to be here at that level, but put a controller in his hand.
And he's that beast.
Yeah. And that's why esports will eventually take over, but that's the great thing about it. Like you were saying, even if you don't know what you're doing, you can simply buy a system or just grab a game, master it, and then just go online and find out what the tournaments are. And I guarantee you'll find one, and as long as you get that one to start with, boom. And then thanks to, Twitch, you can just stream. People pay to watch you play a game.
You know what? I heard that too. Like, I have my Xbox and I be seeing people doing that, but I didn't know you can get paid on Twitch. It kind of reminds me of YouTube.
Yeah, before YouTube reformatted the whole monetary system.
Yeah.
And just duped everybody. Yeah.
So everybody's like, forget it, we're going to Twitch.
Yeah, people forgot that. Now everybody's going to Twitch and Instagram TV.
Oh yeah, I think IGTV. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what everybody's going on to, because we're getting more direct. Yeah, Instagram, you're going to get paid for it, but the sponsors see it, and then they go, hey, here's some cash, plug us in your show. And to me, that's slightly better. Yeah, Instagram isn't paying you, but sponsors will if they really like what you're doing, and they'll hit you off on the side directly instead of having to go through, other channels.
And I like that too. It's like given, of course, what we were saying earlier, everybody has an opportunity to get into it, and then along with that, it's like you having more control of your destiny. Like, as long as you put the work in, just take the time out and dedicate, you can make things happen instead of just have to go through like a middleman or to like a gatekeeper. You can make things happen on your own terms.
Yeah, and that's what the internet did for everybody, especially people like me. Back in the day, for me to get in a race car, I would have to know, the mechanic, and the mechanic would have to talk to the lead tech, and the lead tech would have to talk to the manager of the team, and the manager of the team would have to talk to the owner, and then they might give me They might. And I'm like, yo, that's too many freaking people.
Right, that's
And
too.
even like the indie gaming thing,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know anyone. I downloaded the system. I'm learning. I'm grinding through the coding. It's a really nice, community once you start getting into it, especially the new people like me.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't have to go, like you said. I didn't have to go through a gatekeeper. Once I'm done with my game, I just upload it. And like the customer or the player is going to be the one who decides, like, yo, this is a cool gamer. Hey, man, you might want to try a different career path, like, I don't know, chef or something.
And on top of that, it allows you to do quick feedback. I mean, quick changes, so you can get that feedback from that, and then make the game even better, like quickly instead of going through
Yeah.
all these different processes and stuff like that. So
But that,
now I gotta throw this fun question. Um, throw top, throw 10 top things that we had to do as video gamers with our consoles. And what I'm saying like that is, for example, I'm going to throw this. You can add this to your list too. But like with the Super Nintendo, if the game didn't work, you had to pick up the cartridge and blow into the. You already knew what I was.
somebody posted a picture of the back of the label, and it actually says on there, "Do not blow in a cartridge." Like, my mind has been blown. I never know that. I've never read that thing before.
Well, I can tell you right now, we both were really bad at that because I did that every time the game didn't work. I did that was the first go-to thing. So that's funny. So go ahead and like name your list. That was like my go-to right there. I remember doing that. That that.
Like in the Nintendo, if we know how the old original Nintendo, you got to put in the cartridge and press it down. And after a while of pressing it down, like everyone, of course, did what I did. You just slam it down. The springs were out, so what you did is put one in and then put another one or something and jam it down there so it stays down.
Oh golly.
I remember doing that, but then the second game that I put in there got stuck. I had to go explain to my dad, hey, that thing you just spent $200 on? Yeah, I broke it. My bad.
That's number one. Go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, PlayStation.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, if you got a Game Shark, you were able to do like.
Oh man, Game Shark! I forgot all about it.
Yeah, there was a computer trick where you download a certain like code, and you had to like hold this little button, like open up the PlayStation top where you put the disc in.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a regular game disc in, and then hold this little button, and like a certain screen came on, and then the PlayStation stopped, and you had like a 10-second window to take out the game and then put in like a bootleg copy of a different game, and then the button again, and then let the game start playing. Well, if you didn't know, like I did the first couple of times, you had to take down the little button, because if you let it go right away, the game doesn't work, and then you just get this weird error screen. I'm like, yo, what is happening right now? This guy's a copy of some $60 game. Oh my god, damn it.
Oh man, number two. All right, number three.
Oh, the other one was let's see. Oh, right. This is kind of like narking on myself, but for some reason, do you remember Toys R Us?
Yes.
Toys R Us. You said remember when Pokemon came out? Mm-hmm. Well, somebody, I don't know who at Toys R Us, sold them a couple of the cartridges that just like the Pokemon Red and Blue. Yeah. With just the cartridge and the sticker on it, but there was no game, no actual game in the cartridge.
No.
I got caught with that. Yeah. I'm all happy and excited, like, yo, Pokemon, this is gonna be crazy. I put the thing in, I'm like, yo, did I break my Game Boy? What's happening right now?
Serious?
Yeah, they lost a couple of mil on that deal.
Oh, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, definitely. And then what was the other one? Oh, I don't know if you ever had one of the Dreamcast.
Okay, Dreamcast. All right, working on forward. What about Dreamcast?
The Dreamcast had a glitch in it. It was a lot of people think PlayStation or Xbox was one of the first ones that was able to go online. Mm-hmm. The Dreamcast actually was.
That is true now I think of it.
Yeah, the Dreamcast was the first system to ever go online. And then what they didn't tell your parents at the time is you can go online and actually watch porn. Yeah. So
people were getting a Dreamcast, so you
they were giving the kids the Dreamcast.
Oh my god!
Get a little keyboard.
Oh
get
god!
The DSL. Wait the whole phone.
Yeah, the AOL ain't welcome.
Yeah, and then I forgot what it was, but somebody typed in WhiteHouse.com, It's not the actual White House.
Hold on, let me gather myself. So what is the
Yeah,
actual?
yeah, like you type it in, you're like, yo, what is happening right now? That's like we would try to go online for like cheat codes. You're like, oh snap, hey, my Dreamcast goes online. I don't need a computer. Cool. Go on there and be like, yo, what is happening right now?
Oh God.
And that's before they had like parental filters on the system. So you using dark web before you even knew what a dark web was.
Wow, that's probably why they were like, "Oh, we gotta fix this. We gotta put parental advisors and filters on these systems."
So yeah, that was quickly fixed by Sega. They were like, my bad. It's, if you bought the original system, if you bring it back, we'll get back, please.
Golly. All right,
Yeah.
let's see if you can name five more.
Let's see what was the other one. No, that's it, man. That's like my level of like gaming hardship.
Okay, let me see if I can think something to fill it out. Okay, you'll probably laugh at this one, but on the original PlayStation, and I'm pretty sure all gamers are familiar with this one, it's like when you put that game in and you saw that PlayStation, you hoped and prayed to God that you saw that logo show up. Because if you
Okay, okay. And then the white screen goes, oh yes, it works.
Yes. So if you got a game from the pawn shop or something like that, and you didn't see that logo come up, you were like, shit.
Yeah, where you know they resurfaced it, you're like, oh my god, please, come on, I just spent $20 on this.
Yeah. All right, so number 6. I don't know if you did this with your Super Nintendo, but what I did when the game didn't work, not only did I just do both thing, but what I did is I kind of hold the cartridge like at an angle, and I kept flinging the reset button like I'm performing CPS to the car.
No, I never knew that trick.
Yeah, to the cartridge, and I kept doing it until I finally got some kind of signal going through the TV, and then once I got some signal, I slowly let go of the cartridge and played the game after about 15 times.
I never did that one, but that's a cool trick.
Yeah. So let's see. That's 6, 7. All right, 3 more. Oh, back to Toy Story. I kind of go back to that one. So when I first got my PlayStation, now look, I'm like a little kid, so I didn't know anything about this. I came originally from the Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo, as you know, you can automatically save the game, save spot, checkpoints automatically in the cartridge, right? So when I first got my PlayStation, I was expecting the same thing, except I didn't know you had to buy a separate memory card to save in your positions. So what I would do, I would get to certain points in the game, and I would be like, please, whatever you do, don't turn the game off, because I can't save. So-
You talk about it because my cousin talk about that. Because when I bought mine, I knew, well, I'm a big game head, so I knew, okay, at PlayStation, memory cards separate. And I remember going to my cousin Dwayne's house, like, yo, how come you have Crash Bandicoot, just still on the screen? He's like, oh, I don't have a memory card, man. How far along are you? I'm like 5 hours in. And then, of course, my older brother heard that and was like, oh, yo, your PlayStation turned off. What? Yeah, like, oh, man.
Okay, let's see. I'm trying to think of 2 more. Oh, here's another one. So, what I did, like, let's say when you're playing this game, especially a little kid, you drop the remotes and all that, is like, if I knew a certain button I had to use to kind of make it through the levels and one of my buttons didn't work, I would go into the settings and construct the configurations and move the buttons actions around so I can get the main access to my buttons. So let's say if I knew I had to jump and let's say A wasn't working, I would go into the settings and move things around just so I can make that normal function.
Oh, Billy, yeah, I never did that, but that's a good idea. That's it's funny you said that. I never knew about button configurations until like way later on, until like Halo came out. I'm like, oh wait, you can switch the buttons out? And my buddy looked at me like, yeah, you can always do that, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, read the manual. Sorry.
Now here's the last one. Then we're gonna wrap up the show. It's not just a trick, but this is how I feel. I feel like all the games in the 1990s, probably early 2000s, were a lot more harder than they are now. Like I can't tell you how many times I wanted to throw my controller out of frustration because this little boss, little character just jump around out of frustration. I'm just always losing lives because I feel like the difficulty of the games back then are a lot more harder. And keep in mind, I didn't know any better. I didn't know how to kind of think outside the box to kind of outsmart the computer. But like even now, like know a lot more. When I go back to those games, I was like, I kind of feel sorry for myself. I because I wouldn't figure it out some of those things like I would now.
Oh no, like what you said, throwing a controller at a screen. That I'm pretty sure. What I think Aladdin, the Lion King video game, and one more other video game. Oh, the Ninja Turtle one. Those games, I never met anyone who's ever beaten them because it was so freaking hard. Because you didn't have the option of like, all right, let me go back and power up and get this certain weapon and do like all the stuff you can do now in modern video games. Back then, what you got's it. That's you better figure this boss out. Or you better figure out how to jump this thing over here. And yeah, I'm with you. Games back then were harder because you didn't have the options to not not do it their way. Like you got to do it this way and that way over. It's the only way you can get it done. And I'm with you on that. I was like, hell yeah! Like I'm trying to remember what game was it that actually threw my controller at the screen because I got so frustrated at it.
I tell you one that really frustrated me, and I had no business playing. Well, it's one of those puzzle games. Zelda on Super Nintendo, Link of the Past. Those puzzles, when you get stuck, if you don't know what you're doing, you're done.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I stopped playing it. I literally was like, it's not for me. I'm gonna give this game away to somebody because this ain't for me. There was one game like that. I just freaking I couldn't get it done. Oh, Dragon Quest.
Oh yeah.
To this one level, I was in a dungeon or something, and I got captured. I got thrown in the dungeon, and then I'm like, okay. I couldn't, like, no matter what button I pushed, no matter what I did to avoid that situation, nope. Got thrown in the jail, and I just couldn't do anything. I'm like, okay, that's it, I'm done. I'm never playing this game again. I just literally just sat there collecting dozens. I think I gave it away to a buddy or something.
And now you're probably like, I wish I would have never did that because I can probably figure it out.
Oh, no, apparently, yes. There's a load screen where I was supposed to press a button with a little mouse went across the screen, and it dropped the key, and that's how I was supposed to get out of that dungeon. How was I supposed to know that? Like, what the fuck? I'm like, do that in any other part of the screen, but this one loading screen, oops, I missed it. I'm like, wow, thanks, Dragon.
Years later.
Yeah. Your son's like, really, they did. I know for a fact they did that on purpose. Piss off some gamers that do this random little thing that if they don't know to do it, they're screwed. They're not going to refund their $60 anyway.
That's one of the moments where the developer has their own little fun. Like, we're going to throw this little twist in there.
Yeah. Like, oh, you a-holes.
So with this, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. We've provided like a lot of good insight. And then, of course, some fun humor there of our past video game life and much more. Before we wrap anything up, where can they find you on social media?
You can find me at Real Rafael Collado on Instagram. Collado is Collado. And Coolish Stuff is on YouTube, and it's a podcast. It's just Coolish Stuff, abbreviation in that. Mm-hmm. And that is also on Twitter. That's where you can find me up at.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah, so too.
Great. So we're going to go ahead and close it out. This is another episode of Next Level Thinking. We're going to always set up new trends, technology, and possibly even more games in the future because you never know. We may be in VR in the future. The controller may be non-existent. So, I have my special guest by the name of
Rafael Collado.
And we're out. Make sure you subscribe. And peace.